redoing another session of printmaking to the Earthsea audiobook, and today we are going to do the second chapter, and the audiobook is from BBC Radio 4, and it kind of got me through the pandemic. And in the last chapter, which was Shadow, we did the session first with seeds on a jelly plate. So we were able to create these randomized islands in the Earthsea archipelago. And then we drew out scenes from the story. So I made Ged, and he meets Ogyon. And over there he is moving he's here in Realby, and then he takes the ship, the Shadow, and he goes to Rock Island to study wizardry. And this is, I have made a bunch of templates of these islands, and you can create your own scene either from the Earthsea story or something of your own. And today we are going to do chapter 2, where I think I'm going to draw a door. But first I'm going to make the template for it, and probably in the next session I will draw out the characters on the door. So I'm going to start the audiobook right now. Oh, I just wanted to show you what I have as equipment. I have a jelly plate. This is a really tiny jelly plate, but it fits my makeup bag, so I carry it with me. And this is just a notepad that I bought from Muji, and I use it all the time, and it's perfect size for my printmaking. And then I use a brayer for inks, and for inks I use water-based block printing ink, and I would recommend water-based inks compared to acrylic inks because they're easy to clean, and also they don't leave any residue and end up in the ocean. And for this chapter I have collected certain things, like for example this flower and some offcuts from another project. This is just like a tissue paper that I might use for texture of the door. And then I also have with me a book that I got from Flying Tiger. It's just a place where I keep all my flowers and other things pressed. So I might use bits of this dandelion in the print today, but I'm not very sure. I'll see how it goes. I'm going to be listening to the audiobook and making it as I go along. And so I'm going to start the audiobook right now.
Ursula Le Guin's Earthsea. Schooling. Based on the novels A Wizard of Earthsea and The Tombs of Atuan. Adapted by Judith Adams.
How far is the sea?
It took me 2 days and nights coming. Take longer going.
I'm strong.
I'm brave. It's me who's weak. And we haven't a deal of bread left.
At least there's plenty of water. Give me the flask.
I'm going to put my ink off camera because it's really messy.
I love the sea. You will too, I think.
I've never seen it. You've seen so much. It makes me feel stupid.
Oh, you're much wiser than I was at your age. My father, Ogyon, the ship's master, they all made me feel like a fool. Even the market traders and Rourke, before I got myself inside the school, laughed at me. They were right, of course. All of them. I was a fool.
I bear a letter from Ogion, Mage of Gaunt, to Archmage Nemele of Roke. Please tell me where the school is without more rudeness and riddles.
This is the school. I'm the doorkeeper. Enter.
I pass through the doorway, but still find myself outside where I was before. So I try a small spell of opening.
Emin.
The same thing happens.
Is there a problem?
I can't enter.
Why not?
I don't know how. Can you tell me?
I can.
What must I do to enter?
Tell me your name.
Sparrowhawk.
Your true name.
But...
If you do, your life's at stake, huh? Well, it always is, my young friend. You can trust me on that.
Ged. My name is Ged.
Come in, Ged. Welcome to the House of the Wise. Hear that water? Follow the sound and wait there.
So I stand under a young rowan in the courtyard of the fountain, the innermost room of the house. Water drops into a stone basin, and through the fall, I see an old man in white, almost as transparent, watching me. Our eyes meet. A bird sings, and for a moment, I understand the bird, the water, the leaves, the wind, that I myself am just a word spoken by sunlight. The moment passes. I go and kneel before the Archmage, holding Ogion's letter.
He who holds the earthquake on a leash has sent you. My eyes are weak. Read it, boy.
Archmage Nemele, I send you one who will be greatest of the wizards of Gaunt, if the wind blow true.
If the wind blow true.
Characters.
My raven speaks the tongue of Oskia. Tell me of your voyage.
Fair, but the storm yesterday, my lord.
Yes. What ship?
Shadow, out of the Andrides.
Whose will sent you?
My own.
He looks at me, looks away, and then mumbles in the tongue of his raven. It's no spell, but the power in it dries the land at my feet and slides shadows over the courtyard stones and my skin. And then he's gone. The raven stares hard at me, sidelong, mocking, and struts out through the archway. I follow.
Watch out!
Pardon, sir. I'm Jasper, of the domain of Olgon Havnor Isle. At your service today to show you around the great house and to answer your questions, well, if I can. How shall I call you?
Sparrowhawk.
You're from...
Gaunt.
Gaunt? Well, let's find you some decent clothes first. And a cloak. If you would do me the honour to follow?
We pass through grand ancient rooms where illusions flicker, smells and sounds bewilder, and boys and men float everywhere, all with purpose, joking, easy, at home. Only the sleeping cells in the South Tower are familiar to me. Empty stone cells with hard straw mattresses.
No girls?
Women and men built the house and studied together 400 years ago, but the rule changed. The cooks in the refectory, they're women from the town, so at least the food isn't an illusion. We sit next to a dark-skinned fellow called Vetch who munches in silence and wipes his mouth and then smiles at us. He and Jasper take me through the gardens and across a wooden bridge into the fields to climb a rock knoll.
That's the imminent grove. We can't go there yet.
Vetch will, very soon. He's almost a wizard.
Got a year in the isolate tower to suffer yet, Jasper. Learning endless names. Sparkweed all over this hill. My aunt says it grows in the ashes of dragon fire. Do dragons come to Roke? Not that I've heard. They stay in the west.
Your aunt's a witch. We've heard all about Gauntish magic. Wild stuff, I'm told. Play us a trick, Sparrowhawk. Show us your style.
Later, Jasper. Let him be for now.
He has skill or power, or the doorkeeper wouldn't have let him in.
I have both.
Show us.
Sorcery's not a game.
Templates.
We don't play at it for pleasure or praise.
For what then? Money?
No. Come on. It's getting dark.
Just a rough outline.
There'll be a fire inside by now, and more food. I tell you, Sparrowhawk, if all else fails, there's always the food.
There were only women and girls at the tombs, except for the eunuchs. Year after year, we wove black cloth for our dresses, ground meal, chanted, but nothing changed or happened. Sometimes the boredom would grip my throat till I could hardly breathe. The Thar was dead now. Kossel was in charge, and I only had Manan to talk to.
It's a great honor to be chosen, little one. Once, long ago, before the Four Islands joined into our Kargad Empire, all the kings and the chiefs came here to the priestess of the Old Ones.
Me?
You, to settle their quarrels. You would breathe the fumes and give them answers.
But now the God King's taken all that power himself. He lets the Old One's temple crumble and has his painted every year. Manan, what did the mother do when they came to take me away?
I don't know. I didn't go on that trip. But when you were chosen, the mother tried to pretend you had the smallpox. It was berry juice. Yeah. Thought she'd fool Kossel. The father beat her.
Why? Didn't he want the child?
Perhaps he did. Who knows? Anyway, he'd fear the soldiers and the priestess of the God King more.
I carry all these keys. But where are the doors? There's a great, dark, silent city under this whole hill, Manan. My city, full of treasures, gold and swords and crowns and bones, and the power of the Old Ones.
Yes, well, you are mistress of all that now. The silence and the dark.
Mistress Arha!
What is it, Kossel?
I've been looking after certain matters you have not yet performed in this life. Now it's time for you to take over your duties. Follow me.
Come, Manan.
Manan must wait here for us. One of my mistress's duties, she will recall, has always been the sacrifice of certain prisoners who by sacrilege or treason sinned against our royal lord, the God King in our birth.
And against the Old Ones.
Truly. The prisoners are kept in the room of chains, under the stones.
I didn't know we had prisoners. Why didn't I know?
We've had many since you came.
If they're under the stones, then why are we climbing the hill?
Men can't enter your temple, so they are brought the secret way to the Undertomb. Through the red door. Here. Under this rock, mistress.
Yes, I remember.
My mistress has all the keys to the dark place, and recalls that the key to the red rock door is this one. Help me push.
Did you bring a light?
Light's forbidden in the Undertomb. It's this way.
Quickly.
Touch the wall to the left with your fingers and count 3 openings. We enter the 4th.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Go in, quickly.
Here! It isn't locked. Where's the guard?
Oh, no need. Your prisoners, priestess.
Why is there a torch here?
In the rooms it is permitted.
Who are these men?
These beasts spirits plotted against the sacred life of the God King.
You! How dare you attack a living god? Answer!
Their tongues are cut. How shall we sacrifice them, mistress?
Cut off their heads and pour the blood out before the throne.
Like goats, too merciful.
Then, let there be no more food or water. Let the torch go out. Let Manan and Dubi come down when they're dead and bury them in the undertomb. They must do it in the dark. My masters will eat the bodies. Is this well, Kosil?
It's well, mistress.
We'll go now. I must go.
Oh, mistress! Not that way! Not back the way we came. The red door can't be opened from the inside. Arha!
I'm here.
Okay, that's the session for now. I'm going to just pencil in Tenar and Kosil. So the scene I made was the door, and Kosil's head, I've sort of made it into this flower, and she's kind of angry a little bit at Tenar for not really following instructions, and these dandelion kind of makes it look like sparks, so you think there's something going on behind the door. And then there's going to be Tenar here. So in the next session I am going to ink them up, so probably use a bit of crayons and do the outlines. And in the meantime, I'm probably going to go to the Museum of Scotland this weekend and get some ideas about the clothes, because I'm not really so sure about the details here. I've just made the outlines for now, but I really like the shape of Kosil's head over here. It kind of looks interesting, and I'm very pleased with the pattern on the door. So hopefully I might take this to digital and do the rest over there. And thank you. That's the end of today's session. In the next one we'll finish the rest of the chapter, and it'll be on Wednesday at 8 p.m. GMT. Okay, bye.